Oh.
I was trying to do is play that, and then
My bad.
oh,
I thought you hit the wrong button.
All right, let's try it again. I want to see how it works, but let me change the time to like a minute or something. Is there a way to do that? Or you got? Oh, it's cool. It was seamless, so you didn't have to before you had to whatever.
A minute was too
I guess
long.
it was seamless. I guess it was. I don't know. Let me practice using that.
What's going on here?
Well, let's see. There's two people out there, so we'd like to say hello to Golf X-Ray 73 for joining us, and I believe my evil twin brother is out there somewhere. Oh, let's see.
Thoughts, yeah. Okay, it's all right.
Oh, look. Yep, there he is. Well, I mean, that means we got two viewings, so there you go.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, man, watch hours is watch hours. What's that?
It is a Friday night, 7:30.
Yep.
So
people are going to show up. They're going to show up. If they don't, they don't.
Correct.
So I don't know where to begin.
No worries.
Oh, okay. No, I can talk. No, well, something to share with you.
Oh,
anyway,
yeah.
Did I tell you I finally got my shipping notice for Atmex for my best cars?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So they should be here. Well, they should be at my PO box. I think it said Tuesday. So,
okay,
including that graded Gem BU for NGC graded Gem BU. So,
oh really?
Yeah. That's why it was delayed because they're waiting on the graded one. So I should have ordered. I could have ordered them separately, but I was just like, as soon as they drop, if you don't hurry up and buy it immediately, it's going to go up $50 in 10 minutes. So,
with that particular retailer, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So I was just like, I threw everything in a cart and hurry up, checked out. Yeah. So that'll be
that one.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what that one looks like because then I can go through the extras, the last year's, and this is 24. So I got 23 and I still got half of 22 in there here. So I'm going to, I got a baseline to pick from. I'm going to cherry pick those and try to get a couple more, try to get the other years.
Right.
So being Gem BU, so what does that mean, Gem BU? That just means
normally a gem is a grade of 65 or greater.
Okay. And that's as good as you're going to get with those things because they're stacked on top of each other, so they're going to be rubbing. Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. But it's still going to be worth some points in a registry set, right?
I would assume.
Yeah. Well, I'll
There's
find out
about,
Tuesday.
uh, are there any in that registry set now that are graded?
Nope.
Is it an
And
available coin that's an option to add to the registry?
yeah. No, well, no, it's not. Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. It's not, they haven't listed it yet. So, because, what was
This
it?
is probably the first year they've done it then. Huh?
Yeah. Like some of those Starfighter coins I sent out for grading, they still haven't added those to the Star Wars registry. So they're backlogged with a lot of those. But I think probably because so few people sent any of that stuff in for grading, So it might be me and just a handful of people around the world who sent those in for grading. I don't know.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
true.
Well, we're talking about it, so why don't we go over
I
here?
know of one particular dealer that probably sent some in.
Yeah, the
Yep.
table.
Yep.
Meet.
Yep.
It's when I get down there.
Yep.
Oh, I put my leaf slip in, and I already sent I notified my customer that I'm gonna go on holiday, and she replied, "Have fun. You deserve to take a break."
Yeah. Good. Well,
So
we've got what, 4 weeks, roughly?
yeah,
4 or 5 weeks, something like that.
I want to go through. I really want to go through all those little boxes and open them up. But I am going to film them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the box, cover my address on it, and just put it here. And I'm not going to be on camera. I'm going to try to make these fast little
We are
snippets.
broadcasting. You know that, right?
Yeah.
We are broadcasting.
Yeah, but nobody's on here.
I know, but when it replays.
Anyway.
I know what you're saying. That's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just going to show it and then cut away, and it's going to be ready to, it's already opened. And then I'll reach in there and grab it and show it.
Yep.
So I think I'm just do a lot of those. Just as I get a box, film it. As I get another one, film it. And then I can go back and record it, or touch it up or whatever.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
So yeah, so I think that's what I'll do, because it's not hard. And like I said, I'm just going to put the camera down here on the tabletop.
Yeah, and then you need to hook up one.
That too. Well, I can edit that in. Post-production edit.
It's a lot easier to do it live than edit it back.
Yeah.
I give you a pass from January till now. It's the 6 months prior.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. You got me.
That's all right. I don't have much of mine.
Okay.
Hooked up either.
So, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, here is the Star Wars set.
Oh, there's a bunch of people that's got that going.
Yeah. So So they got all the older stuff here. And then, see, this would actually be good. This would be good to show over there, if you know what I mean, right?
Yes.
I think
Absolutely.
that they would get a kick out of this. So
yeah.
Anyway. So you remember this one, right? That's the one you helped me get.
Yep.
That's awesome.
What's the population report on that?
Let's see. Can I get there from here?
You have a chat message.
Hold on. Let me get a call. Yeah. Yes, it is. Wait, is this on? Yeah. Yes, it is. Good evening. How you doing? We were gonna my partner in crime. We thought we'd do a little impromptu live stream and maybe come on for a little bit before Mr. Grid One goes live. So this is very impromptu, and we'll go talk about precious metals and coins. And while we're waiting for people to stroll in here, I was bring up my registry set of collectible coins with NGC. And I'm big into Star Wars, so I collect these graded Star Wars coins. I don't know where to pop. Where do I get them? Pop it now.
I don't know if you can get to it from the registry site. I think you need to go onto another view.
Here? Let's see.
No. I think you need to go into the actual NGC coin thing.
There we go. Is this it?
The light just goes down. Oh, that's just the Death Star. I think that's value.
Yeah. Oh, that's its point value, not its monetary value. Okay.
Right.
I don't know. I have to play around with that.
Yeah, no, you need to go into...
There's my Falcon.
Look at my phone here. In PCGS, it's called CoinFax. NGC, I don't know what it's called. I think it's called...
I thought there was a... Yeah, I thought there would be a link somewhere.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not even a Star Wars fan, and I agree with this comment.
What's that? Yeah, it is. It is. I agree with that. So here he is. You asked, and yes, I bought one. There you go. There's the Admiral. I told you, because you're making fun of me about chibis, right? Well,
yeah.
There you go. I bought one, and I'm only going to ever buy one. And since I decided if you're only going to buy one, go ahead and go all out on it. So that's what I did. Got, 70 first release.
How big is that capsule?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. I don't have it in the room here, but yeah, that thing's huge. It's almost like this big. And this is what?
Yeah. No,
one of these mailer things. It's roughly this big. Yeah, no joke.
Yeah, it's they're big.
Yeah, that's Admiral Akbar. So,
God bless your heart.
Yeah, and what was he worth point wise? So 497. So yeah, I don't know if they added. Oh, they did put the Boba Fett Starfighter. So I got it. Yeah, I got to add those in. I'm gonna be So this registry set's gonna shoot. Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, they finally. That's why I came in here because at the time they didn't have like those Starfighter coins in here. So now they finally do. So now I need to, because they're in the registry coins, but I haven't attached them to the set, I don't think. But if it did, the add button should have lit up. So maybe I forgot to put them in. Well, there's my Bobos in the Bad Batch.
Well, we'll figure that out.
Yeah, and there's that X-Wing that who keeps, bugging me about.
There you go. You got a message.
Yeah.
Now you got a chat message.
What's that? Aloha Akbar. Let's see. I think we all had enough of that. Oh, yeah. How do we go back to normal? There we go.
There you go.
Oh, but yeah. So hey, Paradigm, Viking Paradigm. I just call him Viking for short. So good evening. Thanks for joining us for this little impromptu live stream. We're him, Mr. GenX Collectible over here, and we haven't done any, any live streams or content for both our channels in a while. So we thought we'd start
Other
it
than
back up for a little bit.
Other than 2
And
days.
what's that?
We did a live stream 2 days ago.
Oh, yeah, we did. But since literally the start of the year, we haven't really done anything, So
We were testing the equipment that we set up, and
yeah, he changed his room around a little bit, and I did a few little things here. But Mr. X Viking, if you ever go on one of those like discussion panels, and you see him on there, oh my god, his room is something between NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center, International Space Station Control Center, and the bridge of the Starship Enterprise. It's like you take those two and merge them. That's his like YouTube studio thing. It's crazy. He's got cameras in multiple locations, and you can get like a panoramic view of the room, the studio, and you can see him. He's got like one, two, three, like maybe four monitors up, and he's got one tilted vertically, so I assume it's so he can like read pages, and stuff like that. He's incredible. Jealous.
Yeah.
Y'all planning to we're only going to be on for like an hour or so. So yeah, I was going to make my way over to that and not cross over to Grid One's show. So like this was just an impromptu thing, you guys. But appreciate you guys coming over though. We really do. Little crossover in the communities. So believe it or not, he's actually watching a little bit of the debate panels, and not so much like like Fresh and Fit or the whatever podcast. He's not so much into that, but he has been watching some of the debate panels around the community. So he enjoys them, to, up to a certain point. Gets his chuckles, and stuff. But yeah, so he's making his rounds. and the funny thing is, a lot of the stuff, what percentage? I don't know, but a lot of the stuff he agrees with. I said a lot, not most. A lot.
Yes, that is true.
But the thing, is he, like me, we got to keep the Urban Dictionary website up. So when all these words come up, with like, I had to go research what a simp is.
That I knew.
Yeah, I didn't. When I first started, watching
sheltered life.
You're not funny. I thought you were my friend.
I am your friend.
I thought you were my friend.
If I didn't kid, then there'd be problems.
Yeah, you actually used the word simp on me today in a text.
Silver simps.
Oh yeah. So I'm going to segue that into precious metal. Let's talk about that for a few minutes here. So today was a very interesting day. Apparently, spot prices for gold and silver. Literally, wait, let me get my arm right.
Yeah. Now, dollars was obviously gold dropped substantially. Let me look at. Now I don't remember the percentage. Yeah, gold dropped $83.40 an ounce, and silver dropped $2.14 an ounce. Now, what's remarkable with that is that as a percentage wise, gold was down what, 2%, something like that,
Something like
and
that. Yeah.
silver was down 6%, 7%,
Mm-hmm.
without recalculating at all. I don't remember off the top of my head. Still quite a bit, but now silver and gold for the year are still up, so they're doing okay. Inflation issues caused overbuying. I'm not sure if that was the case today. I think what happened today is the employment numbers came out, and they were much better than anticipated. And also, the income increase year to date increased greater than they thought. And both of those numbers are a big concern for the Fed, who control
Mm-hmm.
our interest rates, because they wanted to do multiple cuts throughout the year. But because the economy, quote unquote, is strong, which I don't agree with, the economy is still too hot. So people are spending too much money. Basically, they're putting it all on credit cards.
No, bad idea. X-nay.
Very bad
We
idea.
do not support that. No. Bad form.
And
Don't do that.
so the Fed is dragging their feet like they should on lowering interest rates. I know it's uncomfortable and nobody wants to hear that, but I don't think that we can lower rates right now. That's my personal opinion. Now, the new inflation report is released next week. So that'll be the real key, and we'll see what happens. So, anyway, the metal markets, they tend to follow those type of reports pretty close. So, it's very possible that there were a bunch of people that decided to just cash in and take some money, take their profits and run. The stock market didn't do anything today on it. They basically were both flat, both the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones, like less than 100 points for both. So, I mean, it was negligible. So, we'll see. It was kind of an exciting day to see that keep plummeting. I still don't think gold's going to drop down to pre-2024 levels, but I don't have a crystal ball. I have no idea.
No, I think the days of 2K or less it's gone, at least for the short term, because all the other factors considering, and I personally think there's a little bit of a mad rush of people buying because it's kind of like what Mr. Anson says here. Um, is buying precious metal a hedge against inflation? I'm not. I'm kind of with you in a way because part of the problem is I don't quite understand all the economics and financing and everything. That's why he's here. But what I do know is whether it's a fear factor or people see whatever it is that they decide, hey, I really ought to buy some gold. It's a supply. This level I do know, supply and demand. And right now, demand is very high. Even people are still buying gold at the prices that they are today. And how I know that? Tell them what I did to tell them.
What, your FOMO?
Yeah, I FOMO'd myself.
Into buying.
I FOMO'd myself and bought a quarter ounce of gold today, and I bought it
on
the dip.
I tried to talk him out of it. You didn't listen.
No, actually, you didn't try to talk me out of it. I think you encouraged me.
I just
no, I told you.
Buy gold.
Yeah. I saw that and I was like, it hasn't dropped that far in a while. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to dollar cost average here. So I got it. So I'll have it in 5 to 7 days.
That was a note here.
What's that?
To touch on dollar cost average.
Yeah.
Let's see, inflation is going to go down until the election, and then revise the numbers up after the election. That's possible, depending on who wins the election.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah, I got strong opinions about that. That's for sure.
Well, I think most people do.
Yeah,
But it's,
but yeah, no, go ahead.
I was just going to say the inflation report. I don't know if I buy the numbers that the government is putting out. They keep revising those as well. I just don't see how they're going to get to. I mean, I'm not an economist or an accountant, but I just don't know how they're going to get down to 2% again in the near future to start
Yeah,
lowering
I mean the
basis
just
points.
yeah, the regular normal everyday Joe out there, they know what the inflation is. They know what inflation is. A dozen a dozen of eggs is what it was it before. $2 maybe or something
Actually, depending on where you go,
before.
you can get eggs. I'm paying the same price now as I was before. I think I pay
Oh,
$1.87 a dozen.
okay.
Eggs
You
isn't
just
the problem.
thanks for
It's
destroying. Thanks
burger
for
and
destroying.
chicken and
Okay,
there's a bunch
eggs
of
were
other.
a bad example.
Well, at one point that was a good example because they were what, $4 a dozen,
Yeah, $4 or $5 a dozen. So,
and they may spike up again because of this bird flu, and we'll leave it at that. I probably shouldn't have
oh,
said that.
yeah, okay, okay. Cough, cough.
I'm just saying that it's
But like stuff like I don't know, bacon and what are groceries, milk. Uh, it seems like all the food that's good for you is the stuff that's really inflated prices. Now, if you go over to the aisles where the processed bad food for you is, those don't seem to be that much more pricier. I don't know, man. I just,
chips are
I'm
up.
just, what's that?
Potato chips and snack foods are up.
Yeah, but but if you did the percentage, I would argue that the percentage is not as high as fruit and vegetables and your meats and poultry, your milk and stuff like that.
The proteins are definitely still crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But as far as gold
Uh,
and silver is concerned and how it all ties, I think we'll see. I mean, I'm not sure what's going to happen Monday or Sunday night when the Asian markets open,
mhm.
but I'm not going to do much until the CPI report comes out, and then we'll see what happens. I just don't see
Okay.
them lowering any interest rates until I think I had read somewhere that they're saying September if we're lucky for the first time.
Mhm.
Okay, inflation's going to go up, so that doesn't surprise me.
No,
So
not at all. Yeah. It in the I read or I saw I didn't read the article, but I did see a link to a couple of different articles about the brick consortium, conglomerate, whatever you want to call them, but apparently
yeah,
they're getting their act together,
now they're trying.
Hey, I think Kevin's here. Is that Kevin?
Oh, he just said that the Asian market has got a 3-day weekend, so their markets won't open until Monday morning instead of Sunday night.
Oh, okay.
Well, European markets will open. Yeah.
Okay. So,
So,
hey, good evening, Kevin, by the way. Thanks for joining
yes.
us.
Hello.
Appreciate it.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah. Now, yeah, Kevin, we just doing just a little more impromptu stuff to work out some bugs, and we're still learning how to use Restream. Oh, I am still learning how to use it and everything.
Me too. Just haven't used it a lot. So.
Yeah. So I know one of those articles hinted that, oh, which one of those countries was it? India? No. Oh, one of those countries is moving into or going back on the gold standard. That's what they're planning on doing. Now, I believe Russia is already back on the gold standard. Back when the whole Ukraine stuff started. Didn't they shift back to the? I don't quite recall, but now what I thought I saw, I might probably have this all wrong, but it seems like the BRICS countries are going to start moving to, gold standard for their currency. So, if that's true, how is that going to affect gold prices? Is that going to increase because they are going to be buying more gold so they can shore up their country's currency?
Yes, it would if that's what they're doing. I know that China's already been buying. What have they been buying? Like 28 or 30% of all the gold mined every year. They've been buying for the last couple of years.
They have been on a buying spree. Yeah, definitely.
And India's got a large percentage too, but they buy it for jewelry and stuff. They're not buying bullion, if I remember.
It's more of a cultural thing for them. Yeah, like I said, jewelry and other souvenirs, trinkets, or anything kind of related to their culture or religion, kind of more based on that than just coins and bars and things like that. Although they do still do that because there are what was it called, dowries? When a couple gets married, I don't know which side of the family it's the husband or a wife, but there's some kind of dowry that's given to the couple, and a lot of part of that dowry is, not just jewelry, but actual like gold coins or bars and things like that. So I know that's part of their culture too. In fact, speaking of which, was it 20? This is 24, 23. I think it was here 2022. I saw an article where a company set up a precious metal vending machine in India, and they
surprised me.
Yeah, and they sold like the 1, 2, 2.5, 5 gram, maybe even 10 gram bars. On a literally the same machine that dispenses candy bars and stuff. It's pretty much the same principle.
I would trust that as far as I could throw it.
Yeah, I know.
It'll increase faster because of the rates, fewer dollars in those markets. Petrodollar linkage has been eroding. Yes, that is true. From my understanding, I agree with that, I should say. I agree.
Yeah, that's
but I don't know about the Russian thing. I thought that I had read that they were trying to get back to the gold, but I didn't think that they were 100%. It's only a partial backing or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Again, I'm speaking way out of school. I don't know.
Yeah. The vending machine is what? Far greater for your health?
Yeah.
Well, if you buy gold from a vending machine instead of a candy bar, that's definitely better because unless you're going to eat the gold, right?
If it's real.
If it's real.
I've been to Asia.
I know you've been over it. You've been overseas in those places, so that's why you and I have invested in getting one of these things.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
And for those in the chat who don't know what this is a Sigma analytic. It tests your gold and silver.
Right.
So
it doesn't
it doesn't damage it. What it does is you hook this up to a computer or a tablet or anything like that, and then you put the coin inside this slot, and you just press down, and then you check the reading, and it'll tell you if it's within the range band for that metal or not. and that's it. So you don't damage anything. And if it's in like a capsule or something like that, it'll test through it unless the capsule's like super, super thick or something like that. But
Right.
no, does a pretty good job just like that.
And
So
it tests all the way through the coin.
yep. And what's great about it is, once you get the thing calibrated, because it comes with a little calibration token. So use that to calibrate it, get it all set up. And what's nice is part of, it shows you what's called, you can show resistivity and conductivity in the metal. That's what I like, but that's, nerdy engineering stuff. But it'll actually show you the thickness of the coin, the diameter of the coin, especially specifically if it's coin thickness, diameter, so you can, and what the approximate weight is based on what it reads. So that kind of gives you some extra assurance that the coin is legit. For like an American Silver Eagle is what's that?
So we'll have to do a show and tell one night for that.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, that'd be a good show. We can. Yeah, I need to charge that thing back up, and that'd be good. Write that down. That's good content right there.
Yep. Oh, here's a trick question.
Okay.
The answer is yes.
Oh my!
And I think that the idea and the premise is good, but I still think it's a novelty item. That is a topic for a whole video that
Okay,
we're discussing.
I'll go on a limb. They're cool if you like to collect them because they look, you like the design on them, the theme, whatever the case may be. Think of it as a piece of artwork. Sure, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're going to stack those because it's a cheaper way to build up a gold, stack of gold collection. Mm-mm. 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 But yeah, we'll go into that's
we'll
good for another video.
Again, I like the premise of it, and for the businesses that do accept them, it can be beneficial. But boy, the premium on those are it's pretty steep.
That is a great topic for another video. We should write that down because you and I actually, when we talk, I think you actually did some of the calculations and stuff. And yeah.
One 1/10,000th of a gram of gold. I think it's an ounce of gold.
Yeah.
1/10,000th of an ounce of gold, isn't it? Quite making sense. 1/10,000th of a gram of gold is pretty minuscule. It wouldn't even register. I could be wrong. That probably am.
No, it's measured in. It's got to be in ounces because it's a American product. I'm pretty sure it's in ounces. Let me do this so I can do some typing.
I knew how to use a search properly. Although I would test her.
Yeah, they're in troy ounces.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. It's in troy ounces. It is in 1/1000th. So 1,000 on the denominator.
Yeah, quite making sense. I know what it is, but I don't have any. So we got to use the old Google machine on the interwebs. I can't pull one out of my collection. I don't have any. I'm not paying those premiums.
Yeah.
They are cool looking. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, don't get me. Yeah, like I said, this is a really nice piece of artwork. I mean, if you want to collect these for what it is, the artwork, and that's great. I say go for it. I mean, if you enjoy that, hey, by all means. I would never say anything. I would never tell someone, if you're collecting something because you enjoy it, then that's what you should do.
Correct.
And if that's what folks want to do with this, great. I can see it. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's really good artwork. So
Yeah, it's cool.
that makes perfect sense to me. Buy that, put it in a frame or something like that. That's totally cool. But you're going to stack it. We'll say that for another talk.
Yeah, that's a whole show.
That's a
on it.
whole. Let me do something here. Come over here. And so, for other folks in the chat, Coin Making Sense, Kevin, he's he's coin dealer, and he's also. Did he say he just recently became vice president of the state coin club, or he's like moved up the ladder in the coin club in Michigan, or
Yeah, Michigan.
Yeah, in Michigan. So yeah, and he's attends pretty much just about every coin show they have in the state, and even some that are in an adjoining state. So he's a very busy guy when it comes to coins, and especially in precious. Well, he does the whole gambit. Whether it's a Lincoln cent all the way up to your Peace and Morgan dollars. So he covers the entire spectrum. So he's a good resource. He also does a auction every Wednesday night at is it 6 p.m. Eastern?
Yep.
I think. Kevin put something in the chat. But yeah, it's every Wednesday. And he's a good guy. And if you're looking for something specific, contact him. Go to his about page. There's his email. Send him an email saying, "Hey, I'm looking for, this year of this kind of coin or something," and he'll just put it on his list of things to look for. And when he goes to all the various shows, he'll do the best he can to find it. So Kevin's a really good guy, and if you're interested in the coin collecting, please subscribe to his channel and join in every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, Kevin. So his links is in the chat. So please, some love and support. We appreciate it. He's a good guy. He really is. Have you all seen the deal where you can earn interest on your gold held by a third party and the interest is paid in gold? I haven't. So that is something new to me. How about you, Mr. X?
I think I heard about it, but there's a saying in the precious metal community: if you don't hold it, you don't own it. I know that there are reputable facilities out there that'll store your precious metals. I, for one, would not be comfortable with that. But I know a lot of people. There are people that do that, and it gets to the point for security and everything else. When you've got a bunch of precious metal in your home, but there's been some stories. It hasn't been recent. I guess it's been a couple of years now, where these different storage facilities, not particularly the deposit storage facilities for just precious metal, but like the independent safety deposit box places or bank safety deposit places. Bad idea. In my opinion, it's a bad idea.
Yeah, I would not. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was posting the Vikings link to his channel.
But I believe that the one independent safety deposit place that got raided and the feds took everything, all the contents, even though they weren't supposed to, the lawsuit finally got settled, and they have to give the precious metals or the contents of the boxes back to those people that were not targeted.
That was like didn't you say 2 years ago that happened?
Several years ago, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, more than that. Yeah. So the lesson there, don't store your precious metals in a safety deposit box at a bank or credit union.
Yep. And also remember that if you use a bank, it's not covered. It's not FDIC insured. You still have to have your own separate insurance to cover any type of loss because the bank's not responsible for it. It's not insured. Plus, you can only go there when the bank's open. There's a lot of different reasons why I don't like safety deposit boxes. That's a personal feeling. You're muted. Don, you're muted. You're muted. Okay. So apparently, Mr. Boulet is having some technical difficulties on his audio end of the stream, which happens. So a little filler until the Don gets back. I don't know where everybody else is located, but I am located down in Florida. And it has been hot down here. I think the heat index today was like 109 or 110. So, and it's been that way on and off for a month. We went from a very cold and rainy winter for Florida, and we never had a spring. We had like a week of spring, and then it went right to 90-degree temps.
Okay. Try again. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Okay.
I can hear
I
you.
don't know what happened there. Okay. Cool. Sorry about that, folks. So yeah, it was a very interesting day.
Explaining about the weather, how hot it's been.
What's wrong with the weather? You're the one who moved to Florida. You should be all happy, ducky here,
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's hot. That's all. I'm still adjusting.
Ladies and gentlemen, this guy used to live way up north, and as soon as it rained or a little bit of snow, it's like I'm hurting. Ow, ow, ow. And then he moved to Florida, and then now he's like Mr. Social Butterfly. He's just like, oh yeah, I want to go over here and play Parcheesi and stuff, or maybe eat Parcheesi. I don't know what Parcheesi is. I'm going to play some shuffleboard, I'm going to play some crimmage, and that baklava game that 007 plays in the movies. He's going to go take the wife out for movies and go out to eat.
Baklava is a food.
What? Baccarat. That's what the game is. Same difference. It starts with a B.
Well, one you eat and the other one you play.
Yeah. So Mr. Social Butterfly over here, he's even been ignoring his best bud, and I was like, where you been? So he's been, don't let his smugness fool you. He's been enjoying living in Florida. So, but it's been good for his health and everything. So I'm happy he's doing well. Yeah. Just don't complain about the heat. You knew what was coming.
I was just explaining the heat. How we had a cold, wet winter. Never really had a spring. We went right from winter where it was cold and rainy to 90 to 100 degrees.
All right. Tell me how cold it was during the winter. What? 70 what? 71?
It down in the 30s at night, and then it would get up
Oh.
to the 60s during the day. But we had a stretch where it was 40s, 50s for a while, several times, which is cold down here.
Yeah, while you had that cold, that was cold. The rest of the us, even me, somewhat further north, yeah, I was having freeze. Had to go, make sure drip the faucets and everything.
Well,
And where you were before, you even had it worse than I have.
they actually had a very mild winter up there this
Oh, did
past
they?
year.
Yeah, we're talking about Michigan.
That's all going to flip this year. It's going to be cold up there because we're going from what El Nino to or La Nina to El Nino or whatever. It's flipping. That's why they're saying we're supposed to have a bad hurricane season.
Yeah, we've been kind of fortunate the last year or so, haven't we?
Yeah, but that pattern.
I mean, we've had storms, but nothing like super
No.
nasty. Yeah. Yeah, we're long overdue for a nasty one, unfortunately.
I'm getting my generator hooked up. Not this coming week, but the week after.
Oh, and speaking of which, that's going to be another topic we need to discuss in another stream. We're talking about the SHTF folks, and how gold and silver is part of that community and their perspective on what if.
Yeah, that's a topic forthcoming.
Yeah, I got some choice words about that.
And we're not against prepping. That's not what we're saying.
Here's a good nerdy question. I like this. Let's get back to nerd prattle, okay? Y'all see any gold 3D? Yeah, it's coming.
Really?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's out now. Yeah.
What other?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can 3D print with certain metals, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. There are 3D. They're very expensive, but yeah, they
how
can.
expensive is get a spool of gold to print something up?
No. Oh, well, I get if it's a softer metal, then yeah, it'll probably be like on a spool. But if it's a metal with a higher melt point, then they'll just like the people that do the pours, they usually buy the silver that's in the little granules.
Shot. Yeah, shot.
Yeah, shot. Thank you. Yeah, in the shot. So I would venture to say, if it was a 3D printer printing in gold, it'd probably be gold shot.
Does the printer have a capability of melting it down to extrude it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, yeah. Those softer metals like the aluminum. What do they do? They do aluminum, some kind of soft steel alloy. But yeah, it's
See, I'm not not a guy that does that, so I have no idea what the melt point is on both silver and gold.
yeah,
But
yeah. The company I work with, the previous company that I worked for, we actually had three 3D printers. Two, one very small size for small items, and then another one, we could do. I think the print area was maybe a foot and a half by a foot and a half by a foot and a half cube, and then we had a metal one. I never actually saw it, so I don't know how big a print area was, but probably wasn't that big, but it wasn't cheap. But yeah, the whole point was to buy those so that we can, especially for the mechanical engineers, they could print, make a prototype, and kind of proof of concept kind of thing, or if we're gonna something we need to troubleshoot and we got to design a part that doesn't exist, they can draw it up on SolidWorks and then send the slicer file over to 3D printer. And then we take it downstairs and try to integrate it into whatever it is that we're, working on. So, Yeah, I would not be surprised if they're out there right now. And if they aren't, I'm sure that there's something in the works. Somebody has come up with the idea to have a precious metal printing 3D printer. Yeah, I bet you it's out there. I just haven't looked into it, but yeah, they're there. I know they're there.
What are you going to make with it?
I don't know. Whatever you want.
I guess
You know?
jewelry type
No.
stuff. Yeah.
Anything you can draw up on a 3D modeling software. If you can draw it on there.
No, I understand that. I'm talking about what are you going to make realistically? Okay, jewelry, maybe some silverware or some type of trinket, but I don't know. You're not going to make a coin out of it.
Sure you can.
Why would you?
You can print in a circle. It's not going to look like a coin that came out of a die press. No. But yeah, you could totally print a coin with a 3D printer, but that kind of defeats the whole purpose. You want to make some kind of, complex shape that you just can't get out of a die.
I would tend to agree, but let's see. Used to work in a dental lab with injection metal contained inside thermoplastics. Yeah, I can't argue with that.
I just think it's funny. I would have thought that I would have thought of that, 3D printing and precious metals, but that's
I was going to say
I
that's
think
your
maybe
wheelhouse. That's your wheelhouse, not mine.
Yeah, you're right. You would think I would pick up on something like that. So
You're the engineer
that
guy.
might be good content for me to make.
Yeah.
Wait, what could you? Yeah, you could make any. You want to design a statue of your favorite transformer or something? Yeah, print it all out in solid gold using a 3D printer. Why not?
Mr. V. Rose, hello.
Hey, Mr. V. Rose. Good evening. Thanks for joining us on another impromptu live stream.
Yeah, we've got about another 15, 20 minutes, and I think we're going to pack it in.
Yeah.
Now, at least I'm going to have to. My back's still not 100% after what I did to it the other day.
Yeah, that's cool. No worries. No worries.
Some nerds.
What was the? Yeah, of course. I'm an engineer. That's what I do. What was the name of the database software you were using earlier to look at your collection? Oh, that was I think the NGC registry set. I think is what he's talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. In the coin collecting world, there's the two big. There's actually I guess technically there's four now, right?
Technically, there's four.
Yeah. So, but it's a great. They're a grading company, so you send in a coin and then they look at it and then they give it a grade. They put it on a grading scale. So the higher the number, the more pristine the coin is. And by having it graded, it. Come on, help me. You've been doing this longer than I have.
Well, you were answering. I was letting you go.
Oh, okay. Well, by having a grade level assigned to the coin, that enhances its monetary value because there's only going to be so many coins that are graded at that level, but it's all based on number of coins submitted. They get graded, and then for people on the collector side, they want to go instead of just buying it, the coin plain, they want it actually like graded, so there's a added value to it, and they collect it. And what I was showing there was what they call it registry sets, and they have all these registry sets in different things, different coins. In the case of NGC, which is one of the grading companies, they actually had one for, that's right, nerdy Star Wars stuff. So that was my Star Wars registry set, and all the coins that's in that registry. It's already preset by NGC. So what I have to do then is either get a coin and send it in for grading that's in that registry set, or go out and look for one that's already graded, buy that, and then I can go in there, add it to the registry set. Now, what they do, I can't speak for PCGS. That's the other big grading company, but NGC at the end of the year, they kind of have a contest where they go out and look at they sample all the registry sets of all the people who are have them, and then they give out prizes to the various registry set owners. And most of the time the prize is just hey, you get a free coin graded, so I give you like a voucher for, they got different categories for that. So my goal is to take that Star Wars registry and really get super nerdy and fill it, because I want to be like, the number one tier, because you could tell, and that way, yeah. So I'm nerdy in Star Wars, so great way for me to put the two together, collect these Star Wars collectible coins, get them graded, and give them that registry set, and it's bragging rights too. So that's what that database. If that's what you're asking, that's what that database was all about. I have no idea is there a way I can make you bigger? What's this? What is that? I can't hear you. You're muted. Nah, I still can't hear you. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. Can you guys hear Mr. X? Can you hear me? Maybe one of us hit something in here and we weren't supposed to. Mr. Rose, I miss some of that. Can you please start from the beginning? Yeah, you're funny. Ha 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 ha. Are you? By the way, are you going to be at the fun show? Because I'm going to be there. So if you are going to be there, let's hook up so I can finally meet you in person. So,
am I still muted?
Nope, you're good. I can hear you now. I can hear you.
Okay, be careful when you hit the mute button on the restream thing, because when I did that, it killed me.
That wasn't me, was it?
No, I did it 'cause I had a cough, and instead of I hit the mute button, and anyway, I was showing an award for the number one registry set.
Oh, okay, that's what
the microscope is not working for me to highlight it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to show it to the other camera.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you don't go to the summer show. Okay. No worries. Well, I'll be at the one in January, so I'll see you then. For sure. Anyway, well, you know what? That's been an hour. Yeah. Well, how about we wrap it up for the evening and stuff? I think there's some other stuff that's coming up, definitely in the debate community and stuff. So I know some folks want to head over there. I know Grid One's coming on in that's probably another hour or so, and I want to make sure I want to join him because he always has fun conversations and stuff. So he's a good guy. But anyway, thanks everyone. Thanks for popping in on this little impromptu live stream. We're gonna Mr. X and I, we're going to figure out some kind of schedule. I think we're going to try to pick a night and just do a regular. Actually, what do you think? Thursday before the coin tribe?
Just let me know if you want me on and when, then I'll be there.
Well, let's just settle it. Yeah, we'll come. Well, we'll go on the hour before the coin tribe. So
So I
folks
can go
can
to the
kind
pool on Thursdays, is what you're saying.
You little social butterfly.
Yeah, I missed you, buddy. I missed you.
Thursdays are fine if you want to do Thursday.
Well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure. Well, I think that was the consensus. Even though I did that
I thought your poll
poll.
said Sunday.
Hmm?
Didn't your poll
No, I
say
said
Sunday?
it. No, well, no. Actually, it was either the Sunday or the one where I said weeknight. Except those channels that have the big channel. Some of the channels that I support. I didn't want to obviously go on when they were on, but
You'll figure it out.
I like.
You just let me know. You just let me know if you want me on and when, and I'll be there for you.
Yeah. So anyway, hey, again, thanks everybody for showing up for this little impromptu. We really appreciate it, and hopefully, in a way, kind of connecting. That's kind of one of my motivations, kind of connecting the debate and community, the discussion panel community, and maybe do a little crossover here over to the precious metals side, because I think the folks there definitely have an interest in precious metals and stuff. So I was thinking, well, maybe that's a kind of a way where I can make make these connections and network with people, and it's definitely something I need to maybe talk a little more, get to know Mr. Viking a little more, because that man knows what he's doing. So anyway, okay, enough said. Thank you, everybody. Have a good evening. Have a good night. Head on over to I think Grid One's coming up really in a few minutes, I think. And and if you seriously, if you do have any questions, about precious metals with gold and silver, feel free to email me or Mr. GenX Collectibles, and then I think if Kevin, you're still here, Mr. Coin Making Sense, he will. He's a coin dealer, so he has access to stuff that him and I. That we can't access is just regular schmoes. So
And
he is a definitely.
If Mr. Boulay and myself can't, if we don't know the answer, we can we've got resources that we can get the answer for you or point you in the right direction to get the answer.
Yep, definitely.
We
and
know
we're
enough about that.
Yeah. I know just enough to get in trouble, and I've been in trouble plenty of times.
All right.
But yeah, we are here to help. So it's not a problem. Just reach out and we'll do what we can for you. Okay. So have a good evening. Have a good night. Thank you, Mr. X. Appreciate it. Good night, folks.